Sometimes I feel like Chris forgets he's a mod. You guys on about? Oh my god. I'm going to the chatting screen first. Wow, it's really cold. I got boba. I was eating beef bulgogi and it was nice and warm. And then the boba was like slightly frozen. What flavor? Avocado. Yum. Well, it's very sweet. Have I done an inclusive 110 streams? I don't know. That's true. Avocado boba? Yeah. I realize. I'm so sorry, Naki. I'm so sorry. But it's really good though. Also, thank you for the follow, Toast Bowl. Thank you, thank you. You have chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream? Oh, nice. Sounds quite exotic. I don't know if I'd call it exotic, but it is good. You got a pepper with a coupon? Hey, let's go. So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is finally time for us to get back to the React queue. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I don't know why I feel nervous to do a React stream. How long has it been since the last React stream? A while. At least a few months. You know? At least a few months. Look, the blue raspberry mouth model. Which one? Maybe half a year? Maybe. Well, you know what? In the next half a year, we'll have a new model debut. Yeah. Oh my god, my stomach just made a noise. It's hot today. But it's not raining, so hopefully it won't be as humid anymore. React stream again in half a year with a new model? Yeah! Was that the one where you get all teared up? Wait. Did that happen? I forgot. In the next half year, how long have I even been here? Several months or so, give or take. Probably closer to like 10 months, maybe? Or something like that. Oh yeah, the Fulamoko story, yeah! I remember now. I did get teared up over that. Like, Chris, you can see when you like you followed me since September. So I don't want to do the math right now, but I think that's 10. Can Evil but Fulamoko cosplay win? That would be kind of cute. I do really like Fulamoko. Alright, let me see where we are in the React queue. I pulled it up earlier. Alright. I will go over. We'll go to this one. Let me get down here. There. Hopefully I'm not. I almost kind of want to scooch it over to this side a bit. Should I? I think I should. I remember coming just to see Kie sleeping. Oh, that was during the subathon. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna turn off this. We'll turn on that. Hopefully the volume's okay. Alright. We're gonna start with how to make dalgona candy from How To Basic. How To Basic is like kinda mean, right? Right? I haven't watched a whole lot of. I think I have seen How To Basic before, but not that much. Not that much. Oh no! Why? Oh no! Alright, you guys, let me know how the volume is, okay? Also, let me know if my mic's better today.
How to make dalgona candy. Making the famous dalgona candy from Squid Game is incredibly easy. Anyone can make it to perfection in a matter of minutes. You will need sugar, baking soda, cooking spray, baking paper, a non-stick frying pan, a cookie cutter, and a chopstick. Step 1. Prep. Place down a sheet of baking paper. Place your cookie cutter onto the baking paper. Thoroughly spray the cookie cutter and baking paper with cooking oil. Step 2. Making the candy. Place your non-stick frying pan onto your stovetop. Turn it onto low flame. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar into the pan. Immediately begin stirring with a chopstick. Ensure you continue stirring the entire cooking process. Be patient. It may take several minutes for the sugar to begin to melt.
I don't know how to feel about the chopstick on the non-stick pan. Like, I've cooked with chopsticks before,
At
but
first
like,
sign of the sugar beginning to
I
melt,
don't know, wouldn't
add
chopstick
1
be better?
pinch of baking soda. Thoroughly mix it all together. Continue stirring until the desired honeycomb color is achieved. When all the sugar is completely dissolved, remove from heat. Immediately
And
pour
maybe
it onto
it's
the
a soft
baking paper.
chopstick.
Grab your cookie cutter and make an imprint in the middle of the candy. Remove the cookie cutter. Perfect! That looks so good.
oh,
Add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Immediately begin stirring with a chopstick.
I
Add 1
see.
pinch of baking soda. Thoroughly mix it all together. Immediately pour it onto the baking paper. Make an imprint in the middle of the candy. Remove the cookie cutter.
oh.
Add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Thoroughly mix it all together. Immediately pour it onto the baking paper. Remove the cookie cutter.
Is it any
Add
little
3
more
tablespoons of
patient?
sugar. Thoroughly mix it all together. Pour it onto the
Oh,
baking
this
middle
is
of the
burnt
cutter.
it.
Add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Thoroughly mix it all together. Pour it onto the baking middle of the cutter. Sugar. Immediately add 1 sugar. Mix it all together.
This is
Pour
getting
it onto the baking
color.
paper in the middle of the cutter. Add 3
This is getting worse and worse.
Pour it onto the middle of the cutter. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar. All pour it onto the middle of the cutter. Remove the cookie cutter. Remove the cookie cutter. The cookie cutter. The cookie cutter. Cookie
Why
cutter.
not just leave it
Is
a
it
little
not
bit
working? Make your own
longer?
homemade mixture.
Oh god. It's evil. It's also loud.
Immediately begin stirring with a chopstick. Ensure you continue stirring the entire cooking process. Be patient. It may take several minutes for the
Oh,
sugar to begin
God.
to melt. Remove from heat. Immediately pour it onto the baking paper. Grab your cookie cutter and make an imprint in the middle of the candy. Remove the cookie cutter.
Oh my
Still not
God.
working? Print off a picture of the candy. Perfect. That looks so good. Enjoy.
That's crazy. Just here. Oh. That's crazy. It was pretty loud. It was pretty loud. Eggs in this economy, right? That's how I remember him. Yeah, I was like, huh. At the start, I was like, maybe I haven't seen How to Basic before, but then it started getting chaotic, and I was like, I have seen How to Basic before. Much to cookie cutter about. That's crazy. Wait. We have Future Canoe next. I like Future Canoe.
You saw the title, so you know what's up. Statistics show that New York is the
perfect
city
chocolate
with the
chip
best
cookie.
collection of chocolate chip cookies. Today, we're going
that
to take a look at
true?
the best spots, learn from them, and build out the most perfect chocolate chip cookie that we can make at home. There are about 1,500 licensed bakeries selling the Triple C in the city.
We're
and
having
we
a lot of food
finalized the
videos
top
at the moment.
5 based on New York Times, Eaters Magazine,
We love
TikTok,
Future
Reddit,
Canoe.
and the opinions of my sugar-addicted friend.
Ah, look at those cookies right now. That is, some would say, the best in New York City.
Before I get to the chocolate chip, I just want to mention that I also tried
guys
one
are
of
kinda,
these
like,
corn
weird
cookies,
sometimes,
and
aren't
they're
they?
freaking amazing. It's like biting into the corner piece of a moist cornbread, but every bite is a corner piece. The first one's very well known, the iconic Culture Espresso. I don't like going to Midtown, but this looks too good to pass on. This one's near the station and Bryant Park is too crowded. There's another one like a block away. You saw in the news segment before, this place is not only celebrated
You know, the
for its
best cookies, the
exceptional
best chocolate
coffee,
chip
but
cookies
also
are made
its
with
cooking.
some
Every
espresso.
employee won't stop telling you this, but it's named the best chocolate
Aren't
chip
you
cookie
Japanese
in
TV whenever they do
NYC
food
by
reviews?
Delish,
Yeah.
known for its
And the guy look like the
dome
Yonder Dev?
shape. By dome,
I
they
didn't
meant
notice, but
bulging
I
in the
also-
center. By that logic,
know if
my
I know what the
blanket
Yonder
in the
Dev
morning
is.
resembles the architecture of a medieval church. Depressed lady coming in hot with a warm cookie. I do see the dome resemblance here, but it's just like my online dating profile is clearly not as tall in real life. Not a lot of Maya reaction, very softly baked. The chocolate sediment is looking pretty
does look
good. There's a
good.
lot of structural integrity, and the inside is, as you can see, very moist. And they really hooked us up with the chocolate. Extremely buttery, gooey, every single piece of chocolate in here is like soft. The only complaint is that it's a little bland, like there's no sea salt on it. It has to be underbaked to make it gooey, so you just kind of get like a mush of straight up sugary flavors with nothing to balance it. It's a 7. I think it's supposed to be had with a strong cup of coffee. This next one is called 7 Grams Cafe.
Now a cup of coffee sounds
7 grams
really
of
nice.
what? They have a couple locations, but this one I went to is in Tribeca. It's pretty close to Washington Square Park over there. And this seems to be like the most hype right now on TikTok. This girl describes the taste in a really articulate and poetic way. Yeah, so you know that's where it's at. As you can tell by my face and the reflection, I'm very excited about this. First impression, these cookies just look significantly better than the culture espresso ones. This is probably the thickness that everybody desires in a cookie.
Fluffy.
And they even have iPads for the antisocial. Putting "I'm gooey" in large letters on the back of a cookie is like driving a Lamborghini to compensate for my small penis. This one, I don't know why, it just feels like a real cookie. It's way more baked, thicker, and heavier for some reason. Very sturdy, well baked. You can see the bottom and the sides got a little crispy here. This is what my mom's cookie is supposed to look like, but it never does. I expected the center to be soft. I think because I asked the cookie to go, so they didn't warm it up for me. Center's clearly underbaked, we just need a microwave. There's so much chocolate in it, but it's not too overwhelming. Everything blends in so well, and the flavors are way more complex. Sometimes I think it's just a chocolate chip cookie. How can it be so different? But man, this is so much better than the last one. I'll give it a 9.1 out of 10. This is Dominic and Sal, the place with the cronuts. I have a bunch of stuff here. This looks like a burger from Floopy Land. Here's the cookie collection. It's called Chocolate Chunk, but where are the chunks at? It's the thinnest cookie so far. The bottom is baked very unevenly. I think they didn't get the oven temperature right. And that is more apparent when we split it open, because the middle looks like a dead dough. It's not crumbly, like it's just a piece of mush. It actually tastes worse than the Pillsbury pre-made ones. I didn't know it was possible. It tastes like my mom's cookie. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
You can eat a bacon, egg, and cheese on a pumpernickel.
He made a tutorial on how to make it, which is weird because in the video, like, look at this cookie. It came out so perfect. The thickness, structure, moistness is all there. This teaches us that employee training.
I'm gonna really want like chocolate chip cookies after this.
Like, even bugs don't want them. My friend got the strawberry vanilla cronut of the month, and it's pretty fun. So
they look so cute, but there's stuff inside.
Funny Face is right across the street from the famous Levain. While the tourists are lining up for it, many locals claim that the ones at Funny Face are a lot better. All the goods from 2 bakeries pretty much look identical, just like a tech startup. You get better hardware for cheaper. Once again, with a depressed lady on the back, this one has a lot of Maya reaction evenly distributed throughout. Golden brown areas on the front side and a great view from the back side.
You love Funny Face? I've never heard of Funny Face before. Is it like a chain?
I've had the classic chocolate chip from Levain many times, and it's always very crumbly because they severely underbake the center, so they take it out of the oven before the outside even takes shape. So it's amazing how this one, the inside is, you know, I don't need to repeat myself, but the outside edges get so crispy. I'm gonna have to give it a 9.4 out of 10 here. Definitely my favorite one since I moved to New York. We've been here before. It's called La Misserie. My friends tell me only attractive people have brunch here, so I try to avoid it because I don't want to feel out of place. And when I looked up their chocolate chip cookie on TikTok, I noticed a very distinct pattern.
Which means it's time to start my hunt for the best chocolate chip cookie.
Apparently, this is the best cookie in New York. We're at La Mercerie.
This is apparently the best cookie in
New York
City.
The best chocolate chip cookie in New York City.
I don't want to be an ass or anything because any sort of profiling is wrong, but I have a hunch that I might not fit in when I go there. What pisses me off about this place is that they wouldn't let you get a cookie unless you have a meal there. I'm sorry for the emotion. So I have to pay for this stupid ass meal to pay for this stupid ass cookie.
So worth it, man. Should've gotten more.
I took it to go and been walking for a little bit and it's still very warm.
What about the
trend? Such a perfect shape, has a good thickness, and it sounds
I guess there's a
great.
chance I'd fit in.
The back is a little charred, but we're gonna look past that. The cookie's baked so well that it holds its shape. It's not crumbly or anything, and you can see in the middle there's a very thin layer of milk chocolate, or maybe it's hazelnut spread. That surprise in the mouth and the balance that comes with it is probably what makes everybody think it's the best cookie in the city.
Does look good.
The contrast of the sea salt and sweet gooey dough and the milk dark chocolates working together to create this complex flavor profile. More depth than the other ones too. I'll give it a 9.5. I think this might be the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever had in my life. However, that is very likely about to change because we're gonna learn from all these shops and online knowledge to create our own recipe that even goes further beyond La Mercerie. And just letting you know, I'm about to put in a lot of effort to reduce the good to the simplest form. These are probably the most essential ingredients.
I'm kind of
to a
scared what
chocolate
he's
chip
gonna
cookie.
make though.
Combination of a little flour, sugar, and brown sugar, fat, eggs, which we're supposed to cream together first. What differentiates an S-tier cookie to a C-tier cookie is in the quality of ingredients and the preparation techniques. I watched probably every single chocolate chip cookie video on YouTube. They all claim to be the best.
Why
By
is
the way,
such a trend of like
ingredients
people like
matters less,
taking videos
mostly
in their
just extra
cars?
pointers. The common denominators are these ingredients, how we put them together, the timing of which that happens, and the state of existence when they do encounter each other matters a lot. We have to establish a very solid foundation before we sprinkle on the chocolate chips over here. And finally, I decided to use a combination recipe from Levain and Tasty and the techniques of Alvin Zo. How do we find the highest quality of ingredients for this recipe? Since more views means better video, by extension of this NPC logic, more expensive will translate to a premium quality. Happier Groceries is the most expensive food mart in the city, the New York equivalent of Erewhon in LA, full of meaningless smoothies and people walking around just to get a soda. So I'm gonna go in there and blow a big load of money. Immediately I'm hit with a $16 butter and some $17 almond milk that looks like it was discovered underground. And here's an organic free range for $9.49, and here's half a dozen for $9.49. $30 small bag of pistachio. Is pistachio gold or something? You know what else is gold? The $18 bag of chocolate chips. I couldn't find just regular sugar, so I'm just gonna use the one I have. I'm totally not cheaping out or anything. Here's a selection of bougie chocolate with like dates and pollen. And the packaging is this nice. I expect it to make me immortal. Here's the only comfort I find in this place. Tapatio is always there for me.
Yeah.
If I was a bakery with this food cost, I would be selling it for like $1,000. We're using 2 sticks of the butter, which is $9. How can you call yourself an elite baked goods if you're not made with brown butter? People who use brown butter, like me and my sister, think that they have exquisite taste and they put a lot of effort into their baked goods. But in reality, they're just unemployed because this thing takes a while. But it's important to give dessert depth, otherwise it's just sweetness, you know? We're gonna whip the butter back into its soft and creamy form. From all the videos I've watched, I think the temperature of the butter determines the thickness of the cookie. When the fat is too liquidy, it just comes out flat like Dominic and Cells. When a task is too dreadful, we gotta take out the superior tool. Once it's soft and fluffy like this, we can move on to the next step, which is creaming into it 250 grams of brown sugar and 150 grams of regular sugar. We'll beat everything together completely by hand. Then we use 2 eggs from the half a dozen egg, that's $10, so almost $2 per egg. We'll beat it in one at a time to prevent splitting. We want the mixture to be a little fluffy like this. Time for dessert MSG. I've never touched a real vanilla in my life. I don't know why, but this reminds me to take out radioactive chicken to defrost for dinner later. To get the seed out instead of stroking it, we're gonna make a split in the middle and then just scrape down with a bit of force to extract everything. We'll do 3 more, mix that in, and we're ready for the dry ingredients. It's supposed to be 3 cups of flour, which is 380 grams, a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Forgot about them, which means I have to pay a heavy price later. The chocolate box makes me feel like I'm opening like a brand new iPhone. Oh my god. The branding is on point. This other one with the front and back looks like a piece of art. Along with the dark chocolate chips, we'll cut it into chunks and throw it out, and folding them into a thick dough is kind of difficult, but it's about to get worse. And before that, to go above and beyond, I have all the way shipped from Germany a pure hazelnut spread. We'll scoop out a thin layer and fit it into muffin mold, freeze them into discs to stuff them into the cookie like La Mercerie. We'll also do some pistachio spread to imitate the Dubai chocolate thing. So put this in the freezer while we wait for the cookie dough to rest in the fridge for 12 hours. At this point, I remember the baking powder and soda, and I try to knead it into the dough. It was really quite the workout. On the second day, the spread is frozen solid. We'll enclose it with the cookie dough, turn it into these giant balls. Repeat the same steps for the pistachio ones too. Then we'll cover it and rest in the fridge for another 24 hours. All this resting is to giving time for all the ingredients to settle into each other so it tastes better. I don't know if it's true or not, but all the coolest chefs on the internet do that, so I'll follow. One thing I forgot to mention, on the baking day, I actually moved them into the freezer for 6 hours, because the frozen dough leads to taller cookies. I have a limited amount of trays, and I want to spread the cookies as far as possible so while they're baking, they don't become one. I also preheated this pizza stone for an hour, so the bottom of the cookie will experience that retained heat, further consolidating the structure. After 8 minutes of baking at 375, they're looking very tall. That's a good sign. We'll rotate the plates so the convection is evenly distributed on all sides. Baking for another 7 will take it out to cool. The big ones kind of collapsed.
Huge.
My hypothesis is that when we opened the oven door, it lost so much heat, so it started spreading and melting before it finished baking. So for the next batch, we're gonna keep the oven door closed at 375 for 15 minutes the whole time. You see how the second batch, the color is a little bit uneven, but it took on that dome shape and is so much thicker than the previous one. These are the ones with no stuffing. The texture and the gooiness is out there, but too much dark chocolate, not so much a balance. I think we did a good job with the dough, so I have high hopes for the stuffed ones. This is clearly way too big. I feel like I'm cutting into a cake. We need a smaller mold for those discs. Other than that, this cross section is looking pretty insane. Like a meat lover's pizza equivalent of a chocolate lover cookie. It's falling apart only because I didn't let it cool down for long enough. I ran out of patience, so let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10. You can tell that I started swinging back and forth, not knowing what to say. The dough got crispy on the edges and gooey in the center. The 70% plus dark chocolate evenly distributed throughout is such a nice contrast to the thick layer of hazelnut spread in the middle. For my whole life, I believed that
they do look a bit messy.
But after this, I'm gonna have to do some soul searching. This one is not as good because the pistachio spread is not sweet at all. So it's pretty much just a bitter chocolate and nut butter cookie. I think the hazelnut ones will be a perfect cookie, but I have two biggest downfalls. The first one is definitely its size. It's too big, it doesn't hold together, difficult to bake evenly, and even more difficult to finish one. Not for me though. But I blame it on the red mold I used earlier. It's just too big. Technically not my fault. The second biggest downfall is I forgot to sprinkle salt on it. Yeah, that's my fault. So deducting those points, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But I encourage all of you to make the smaller versions at home. I think it'll turn out very good. I've been eating cookies non-stop today, and that frozen pack of radioactive chicken breast finally defrosted, so I boiled it, and we're just gonna eat it like that. Life is about balance, you know. This is gonna be the future canoe diet of the week.
It's called New York City structured water. It sounds like it came out as a runout from a construction site or something.
The sewage residue, happier grocer, protein cookie together.
What is structured water?
Why is it so perfectly black? It does taste very industrial. Now, like Fiji from 50 years in the future.
With this cookie.
Let's see if it's better than my.
He's trying to punish himself. He's trying to balance it out. He had really like sweet, decadent cookies. Like very plain chicken.
So moist. Maybe people summon demon with it. It doesn't have an ingredient label. Beautiful part of this product. Dark things. Just close my eye and let it slide down the throat. You seem a little uncomfortable there.
A quick Google search showed me that this water is full of decomposition of organic matter from animals and plants. So I basically just drank a bottle of dead organism particle tea. Here's the recipe, by the way, if you want to give it a try. Before I started making this video, I thought the idea of over-fixating on a cookie is kind of silly, ridiculous even. But when I started putting maximum effort into the dough, the same attitude carried over to other aspects of my life. Like I subconsciously put more attention to detail into the editing, and even my daily routine of studying and exercising got more organized and efficient. Making the best chocolate chip cookie is more than just food. It's a choice to aim at perfection, to make things better. For that, I'll increase the score to a 10 out of 10, and I hope you get to try it.
Well, that's kind of cute. Aww. The industrial tasting water sounds pretty bad. It does sound kind of bad, yeah. I love Future Canoe. Oh no. Oh no, where's this?
Chat. Cat.
Not like on the side.
What the Sigma? What the hell?
What the Heliante?
What the Halle Berry?
Standing up to your boss is crazy.
It's not giving gang more. There was a third person in here. The real op.
What the hell you saying, rookie? My analysis of the crime scene doesn't slap?
Let me do this. There we go. Period.
If that's big facts, then explain to me why this stack of cash is Mid.
He's out of pocket. Not BBL, it's mid.
Big L.
Wait, guys.
You're tweaking.
This is so. Oh god.
This stack is mid.
Dog walk.
Serve with respect. Let him cook.
This better eat.
This whole scene looks like a setup.
He's got aura.
It's almost too perf.
Paul.
This rookie's a Sigma.
Not me thinking the body moves.
Oh.
Gag.
Normalize giving the rookie a chance.
There was a third person.
It's so.
Ghost.
Is he Morgan?
T.
Or just looks Max?
Yeah. French it.
There was no third person.
Girl, you're not getting the memo.
I refuse to simp. They low-key beefing. For these conspiracy theories that are straight
Straight what?
Ohio. Oh.
What?
You just call my theory Ohio?
Cleveland.
Think about it. Someone staged this scene.
Like 6'7".
Bro wanted it to look like two gang members whipping out their glizzies over a simple stack of cash.
Pop off, King.
But what happened, Lieutenant?
Pop off King's crazy.
Yo, chat.
That was me. Wait. Someone linked this, but it has since changed. So unfortunately, we don't get to know what this was. I have a sad face reaction. There we go. Oh, what is?
Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out summer of 2028. Yeah, 5 more years. You thought. Yeah, we know, you know, you're gonna buy it either way. You know, raise the price, 150, 150. You're gonna buy it. We're Rockstar. We're a multi-billion-dollar gaming studio. Are you kidding me? We own you. You pick your cattle to us. You're gonna buy 250. Make it 250.
When did this video come out? Because the comments are like this age like fine wine.
Every single waking month.
This is a few years old.
You know we own you, and you're happy we own you. Every song you listen to in the car, you have to pay for. Right now, I just made that up. Yeah. You want to know why I can do that? Because we own you. Eat your freaking heart out, Fortnite, you dumb dogs. I can say anything. I could say the second you buy this game, you die, and you'll still pay for it. You'll still pay for it. Yeah, we know. We're Rockstar. You are ants to us. Just little worthless. Grand Theft Auto 6.
Does it have the description? This is from November 24th, 2023. And the comments are like, well, there's, hold on. Yeah, okay, I want to look up where the, here. I'll do it this way. I want to Google something, but I don't want to accidentally show anything on stream. When is the current release date? Is it still later this year? It is still expected later this year, okay. Listen, this video is just old, that's all. No, I got hiccups now though. What is this?
Oh, my beautiful queen's throne. This is where she sits. But I mustn't think about it.
Wait!
I can't stop. Oh yes!
Oh my god!
Queen! I love you! Oh, my queen! Oh, you're so naughty!
That's
Oh, yeah!
A pervert as well.
No, my queen! Forgive me!
Your queen? What are you talking about?
No! She'll hate me forever! I'm going to be fired!
I hate to do this, but you can't stay.
No! Oh, curse my overconfidence! I was so excited about this job that I studied all night about computers and programming. But what do I get? Cleaning toilets! That's what! It's not fair! This was my destiny! I love computers! I love LSI and CPU and RAM and ROM and even the lowly printed circuit boards! I want to work! I want to program! Condemn me if you will, but first see what I can do!
So show me.
Yes!
Oh my god.
At last, I shall demonstrate my computer skills. Since I didn't have a computer, I had to teach myself using a keyboard made of paper.
Oh my god. What is that? I have not seen Golden Boy before. You did send this one like a billion years ago. Oh my god. Hold on, okay. This one's a Twitter link. I'm gonna open it first to make sure. It's gone anyways. Look at this. It's gone. It's gone. I need another sad face reaction for this. Alright. Oh, well, okay, hold on. There's another Twitter link. Maybe this one's not gone. And I see gold ship. It has a gold ship. I guess we'll go like this. I feel like a game where you play as gold ship and like has comments that would be really fitting. This is Yakuza, right? She is perfect in Yakuza, yeah. Ah, I see. I haven't played that one before. The gold shape coming, that's crazy. Gotta play with this mod, apparently, yeah. Alright, hopefully the next one. Ah, there we go.
So here we have a visual representation of the horse girl scale, which you can reference to determine what kind of horse girl you might be encountering. So here on the far end, we have a horse that is just a literal horse, an animal. Moving on, we have My Little Pony, which is, for all extensive purposes, physically a horse or some sort of horse-like creature, but with human intelligence. And then moving forward even more, we have something along the lines of a 50-50 split, represented by a centaur. And then we have horse girls like the Uma Musume characters that are pretty much just human, with some very minor horse-like physical qualities like the ears and the tail. And then on the far end of the opposite side, you have something that is not a horse. This is human. So here we have a visual representation.
Is that Northern Lion? You know that game I played before, Demon Bluff? Apparently Northern Lion is working with them now, and they have like a Northern Lion skin for one of the cards. It's kind of funny. I do like Northern Lion. Can I open this one without it?
Doggos.
Can I do this?
Doggos like to drink the drinks, like Beepus, Conk, and Sprint. But don't let them drink the drinks, because they could get the diabetes. There are more kinds of doggos, like the Shiba, also called the Shiba. By the way, a small Shiba is a Shiba Reno, and a big old Shiba Reno is a Shiba. And if it does a shake, that's a Shiba drill. A Shiba's floofy cousin is the Shub, also called the Cloud Doggo. Look at this red cloud. There's also the Pooter, Yorko, Beard Boy, and Chia Pet. Here's a Chihuahua, a scruffer, not to be confused with a scruff ear, and keep your hands away from the Croco Doggo. Chomp. There are other doggo things, like humans dropping sheets and disappearing. What the fluff? It's doing the doggos much confused. Other doggo things are the Corgo ship of the heckin' high seas, pug in a blanket, and if a doggo wears the goggles, then it's doggles. Doggles, 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 doggles everywhere. These are much good for biker boys. And finally, we mustn't
It's
forget
cute.
the greatest hero of all, Lieutenant Lettuce, who conquered the Stonky Cade. Visualize your doggos?
That's crazy. Do not the drinks, do not the drinks. Oh. I've seen this artist before. It's cute. I followed them on Twitter for a long time. Yeah. It's also really impressive. It's a little loud though. I'll turn it down slightly. No. But it's so cute. They're just really, really well made. Watching YouTube while it animates this, it would be kind of interesting. Real high inspired, everything would be crazy. The teacup at the end's cute. Oh boy.
I recently came back from a short 5-day trip to Korea to see my parents, and I decided to document everything I ate in the week that I was there.
Oh
I
god, we're gonna watch
you
more
guys
food!
and my friends for some recommendations on what to eat and where, and this video is the result. So here's everything I ate in a week in Korea. But before I try everyone's recommendations, it's time for me to give my recommendation, which are the snacks from today's sponsor, Tokyo Treat. Tokyo Treat is a monthly themed snack box packed with treats straight from Japan shipped right to your door. And for the month of October, they're celebrating Halloween with some Halloween
are we gonna
themed
have a lot of
snacks,
food videos
like
today?
these apple pie flavored Kit Kats and
We
spicy
had
garlic
the
chips.
chocolate chip cookies.
Each box comes with a little cultural booklet featuring snack descriptions and allergen information and some cultural fun facts. My personal favorite snacks from this month's box were these blueberry cheesecake flavored pie bites.
One of those things,
which were
the
glazed with
chocolate
a
stick
thin layer
reminded me
of
of,
sugar and were super flaky and tasty.
What are they called?
And the spicy ramen packet, which, as an
Like,
instant ramen enjoyer, was probably
puff
my
stick
favorite
things.
part of the entire box.
Marble, I think?
But
Is
all
what
of the
I'm
snacks
thinking
were a lot of fun to try out. It felt like coming home from trick-or-treating and getting to sample
Look,
all the
wait,
little goodies
got the
from my
Japan on
haul.
myself,
Except
not
I didn't have to
quite
leave
like
my
this one,
house,
but there
and
was
I'm not a
bit-
child.
Yeah.
If you're interested in getting a box from
I've
Tokyo
been gifted
Treat
one of
this
these
Halloween
before.
season, either for yourself or a friend, then use my code
Come on, hi.
to get
I just
$5
ate.
off your first box.
I
The link to
just
Tokyo Treat's
ate.
box will be in the description down below.
I also had quite a bit to
Big
eat,
thank
so
you to
I'm kind
Tokyo
of full.
Treat for sponsoring this food vlog, and now let's get back to some tasty Korean food. Day 1. So the very first place my parents took us to was Korean barbecue at a chain called Gangang Sulle. Korean barbecue is very much a once-in-a-while sort of meal for me because, as you can see, there is a lot that comes with it. With the delicious cuts of kalbi meat, we also received some purple rice with beans and pumpkin, some spicy doenjangjjigae, which is basically Korean miso soup, and of course, a plethora of delicious veggie side dishes. And at the end of the
They
meal,
look
we received
good.
a sweet cold tea and
I'll
some puffed
hydrate,
barley
thank
snacks.
you.
I don't actually remember what these were called, but they were super good. To save myself from the intense food coma after lunch, I got myself an iced latte at a nearby cafe. And then for
But how
dinner,
does
we
that
went
help?
to a restaurant called Chomsugor and ordered their toso bibimbap. which is a stone pot rice bowl that comes packed with
The
a
egg
ton of
looks so
vegetables and meat. And this is one of my favorite dishes ever. You throw in a little gochujang pepper paste, mix it up with some egg, and you have perfection in a bowl. And the stone pot crisps up the rice at the bottom, so you get that nice
Actually, I had some beef bulgogi
golden
for
crust
lunch.
underneath. So good. Anyways, we completely demolished dinner. Day 2, we started off our morning at a bagel place that was near our hotel, and I ate one of the worst bagels I'd ever had in my life, with cream cheese that tasted weirdly sweet. And you might be like, Emily, you're in Korea. Why the hell are you getting bagels? And you know what? That's fair. But my mom had seen the display pictures of the bagel sandwiches the night before, and she really wanted to try this place out for breakfast. So I kind of expected it to taste not great. This was a waste of a meal. I like my bagels dense and chewy with a nice toasty exterior, and if you also like your bagels like that, then maybe don't get the bagels in Korea.
And fried eggs.
But to make up for it, for lunch I ordered some 고등어 무조림, which is braised mackerel with radish, and this was easily one of the best meals I had during my trip. It came with rice, with some beans and pumpkin again, and of course a small assortment of side dishes. The mackerel was a little spicy, juicy, super flavorful,
It looks so good.
And I'm drooling just remembering this meal. Oh my god. Afterwards, we went to Paris Baguette to share a very mediocre pumpkin soup and some iced Americanos.
They have those in Korea
and for dinner,
too?
we finished off the day at my dad's absolute favorite jjajangmyeon spot, which is at a Chinese-Korean fusion restaurant called Ipum. I shared a bowl of seafood jjajangmyeon with my mom, and for the table, we also shared some sweet and sour pork and these beautiful crispy fried dumplings. This place was so delicious and is a go-to spot for my dad whenever I come visit. Day 3. It was a super rainy day today in Seoul, so we spent all day shopping at the mall and also staring at all of the delicious food and baked goods being sold in the food area. For lunch, we went to the food court and ordered some cheesy tteokbokki and jjajang tteokbokki, and also a side of sundae, which is Korean blood sausage. Tteokbokki is one of my favorite comfort foods. It's so chewy and saucy and savory, and I literally never get tired of it. And it goes so well with sundae, which I actually used to hate when I was a kid, but it's now something that I actively crave. In the same food court, my mom bought some buttery breads that she smelled in passing from this place called 보따리 제과점, and their breads were insane. They had this salty and crispy exterior, like a delicious savory crust, and the inside was just coated in butter. It was like a perfect combo of sweet and salty, and I wish I could show you what their booth smelled like because it was so good. I completely understand how my mom got drawn in because the smell alone was like a siren call.
Oh my god.
우리 거 있잖아 여기. 아니야 달라. Different.
They're different?
That's a little salty. This is just like original. This is original.
You make it look so unappetizing. We saw this booth that was selling the most beautiful looking mini cheese pies. So my mom and Didas got a blueberry mini cheese pie, which
I am
they
a sucker
both really
for baked
enjoyed.
goods.
And later that night, when we went back to our hotel, my mom ordered some Korean fried chicken. We shared a box of plain fried chicken with a side of cheese powder that I sprinkled on half of it, and also a small box of garlic soy chicken and honey chicken. A Korea trip is not complete without Korean fried chicken, and the best way to experience it is in your pajamas in the comfort of your hotel room.
Aww.
Day 4. So the coffee chain Holly's was advertising this horrific looking drink called a Monster Americano, and it is exactly what it sounds like. A drink with equal parts White Monster and Americano. And Didas really wanted to try it. I thought it tasted like battery acid, but he somehow really liked it. But I decided instead to drink a regular Americano with some whipped cream.
Nice.
And for lunch, I decided to try a place that several viewers recommended to me called Mipbudong, which is a Korean-Japanese fusion restaurant. And the item that people suggested I try was their signature salmon noodles with tomato. My mom ordered the salmon rice bowl, which looked beautiful, and Didas and I both got the signature salmon noodles, which also looked very beautiful. But we thought this tasted fine. I will say the shrimp tempura was really good and juicy, but most of the bowl was just cold broth and the tomatoes didn't really do anything for me. The whole concept honestly felt very gimmicky. We also got a side of soba noodles with cold broth, and the noodles were fine, but the broth was weirdly really sweet, and I was not a fan.
I don't know how
I think if I were to come
like,
here again,
like
I'll just order what my mom ordered. The food was fine. It tasted good. I just thought the salmon noodles were a little overhyped. Another thing that was highly requested of me was trying salt bread, which I guess is the latest food trend in Korea. And if there's one thing Korea loves, it's trends. So I went to this one bakery in Hongdae that a viewer recommended to me and picked up a salt bread for myself. This bakery was super cute and cozy, and they were also selling this bread sticker sheet that I picked up with my bread, which tasted really good.
It's pretzel in bread form.
It's salt, flour, and butter.
Isn't that already what pretzels are?
Normally, I'd be like, it's just buttery, salty bread, but I actually really like that crunchy butter crust that all the salt breads seem to have in common at the bottom. And while we were walking through Hongdae, we saw another shop selling just salt bread, so I grabbed a couple to go to snack on later. For dinner, we went to a restaurant that a friend highly recommended called Italy Gukshi, which is an Italian-Korean fusion restaurant. A lot of fusion restaurants today.
I was going to say, there's so many Korean,
cheese pasta.
Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Korean,
Unfortunately,
Italian.
that pasta was completely sold out. So we ordered and shared the burrata and ragu tteokbokki and a crab and mushroom risotto. I was a little nervous because I wasn't sure how well Italian and Korean food would go together. And although I'm not sure these could fall under either category, they were pretty delicious. I would be very interested in trying the other items the next time I visit. However, the only real complaint I have is they played this god-awful song on loop for the entire time we were there. The same song for like an hour straight. They lowered the volume later, so it wasn't totally unbearable, but my god, we could not wait to get the hell out of there after we were done eating. Maybe they do it on purpose so you don't stick around too long. So one of my viewers asked if I could try a cake from Baskin-Robbins. And the reason for this is Korean Baskin-Robbins has some of the most adorable ice cream cakes you will ever see. And one of the cakes that caught my eye was this 3-tiered cake that had a bunch of ice cream scoops and squares of various flavors. It was like an ice cream sampler pastry stand. This is basically the solution to ice cream cake flavor fatigue. So we brought this cake back to our hotel room and shared it with my mom. It was really fun to eat, and most of the flavors were pretty good and perfect for the hot summer weather. If you come to Korea with friends, I highly recommend the bonding experience of eating an entire Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake in your hotel room. Day 5. For breakfast today, I took Didus and my mom to a very highly requested spot called Dotori Garden, which is a very cute naturesque cafe and bakery with a Ghibli-inspired vibe. They had some assorted baked goods on display, which looked really cute and picturesque. But I personally am not the biggest fan of uncovered baked goods, even though it's a pretty common thing in Korean cafes. I just don't like that people will be hovering over them while waiting in line, and the possibility of flies having free access to everything. So I tend to avoid reaching for baked goods that are just out in the open, but I couldn't resist getting 2 of the acorn-shaped pastries. The highlight of this cafe for me was the Greek yogurt station, where they assemble your yogurt bowl right in front of you. My mom and I both ordered the blueberry yogurt bowl, and all of these items were presented beautifully on wooden dishware, and the yogurt bowls tasted really good. It was refreshing and not too sweet, and the acorn pastries weren't too bad either. One was matcha and pistachio flavored, and the other was almond flavored. Didus and I also shared the shio brunch, which came with a salt bread, some turkey bacon, veggies, and an egg. And I cannot lie to you, this particular item did not taste good. It looked gorgeous, but it was shockingly bland. So I don't know if I can recommend any of their brunch plates, but the yogurt bowls are fantastic. It was especially hot and humid this day, so for lunch, we stopped at a quick restaurant near Gyeongbokgung Palace and ordered some naengmyeon, which are cold buckwheat noodles. It's a super refreshing dish with a tangy vinegary broth flavor, and just like the sundae, I used to hate this when I was a kid, but now it is a must-have when the summer rolls around. On the way back, we passed a coffee shop called 10% that one of my friends had actually recommended I try. So I ordered the dirty peanut latte and an Einspanner, which were both very good. Later, when it got hot again, we bought this frozen yogurt brick thing with nuts and fruit. It was cute, but it didn't taste like much, and I probably wouldn't get it again.
Oh, that's a shame.
Didus really wanted to eat rappoki, which is just tteokbokki with added ramen noodles. So for dinner, we went to a kimbap shop and ordered rappoki and fried shrimp kimbap to share with my mom. The rappoki was tasty and super spicy, and the kimbap
Yeah,
was
cold
delicious.
dishes can be good.
The shop's kitchen was unfortunately closed at this point, and we were still hungry. So we walked over to BBQ Olive Chicken and shared a basket of olive fried chicken. That's right, baby! We're ending the trip with even more Korean fried chicken! This chicken was so delicious and crispy and juicy, and the batter was
so
everything
good,
I could
yeah,
ever
right?
want from fried chicken. Day 6. In the morning, we flew back home to Tokyo, and the first thing I wanted to eat for lunch upon returning was a shrimp and avocado banh mi and a Vietnamese iced coffee. I know, it's not Japanese food. Shocker. I think my craving for pickled vegetables grew stronger from all of the pickled veggies I ate in Korea, because this banh mi tasted extra good. And for dinner, Daitis was
When I
really
was in
craving
Japan, I
tsukemen,
had a
so we
really
ordered
good
some.
banh mi.
Tsukemen is like a dipping version of ramen, except the noodles and broth are much thicker, and I find it much more
Tsukemen's so
enjoyable than regular
good.
ramen. Day 7. Today was a very special day because I had my friends Giri and Sydney over to have a K-pop Demon Hunters watch party.
Aww.
And for the special occasion, Giri taught us how to make homemade kimbap. So we had a whole spread of ingredients, my favorite cup ramen, which is this like yukijang flavored ramen, soda, shrimp chips, tteokbokki. I left out a small bowl of yakwa, which are these Korean honey cookies. And Sydney even brought over some red ginseng extract because it reminded us of the tonic juice scene. The watch party was a lot of fun, and the kimbap we made together tasted delicious. 10 out of 10. Would absolutely love to plan more on-theme movie watch party lunches in the future. And that's everything I ate during my 5-day Korea trip and the 2 days after I came back. There is a lot more food I would have liked to eat during my trip, and I would have liked to eat more traditional soups, but the summertime was way too hot for it. So I think the next time I do a what I ate in Korea, it'll be in the wintertime when it's a lot colder. And if anyone has any suggestions for what and where I should eat next time I go, please let me know.
Man. Oh, I'm just remembering like all the food I ate when I was in Japan. Like I had like a banh mi in Japan, and there's a tsukemen place that I really like. That's like in Akihabara. It's called the Menya Musashi Bujin. It's so good. Every time I go to Japan, I go there, which has only been like twice, but it's so good. The combination banh mi? That's true, that's true. The place I had a banh mi at, I don't remember if I took any pictures. It was from last year. It was like on a little river. I think it might have been in Kyoto. Maybe. I think it was in Kyoto. It was very pretty though, because it was like a partially frozen river, because it was like February. And they also had coffee and stuff, but they had like a cute little like outdoor seating area that was just like a bunch of little small stools. Also, hello, Carve. Hello.
I hardly know her.
Bami, I hardly know her. What? Huh? And also, hello. Thank you for the resub. I get hiccups. Oh God. The person who sent this hates me.
Well, guess what, everybody? We got ourselves another shed hive.
Have fun in the bushes,
And
Carve.
This is a big one. Look at all these dead drones. Yeah, look at that stain. These guys have been here a while.
I
got
hate
my
this.
suit on because guess what? They are not friendly. When I was here, they were chasing me.
Wait, don't make me turn on evil while we're doing react streams.
Kie, you should do a reaction and review of the History of Rome podcast. Fuck yeah, let's do it. I heard that podcast has more drama than me threatening the chaos button.
They were chasing the homeowner, so I said, I'm gonna put my suit on for this one. I fully expect a
Julius is sitting in
very
Japan
big
shaped like
hive,
YouTube's Foot Club Kyoto.
lots of
I
drone
kind of hate
cells,
that.
Lots of honey back here, and the queen should be right about there. I'm gonna call it now. She's right there. That's where I thought I'd be opening it up until I just double checked, and yeah, that's where the beehive is. Well, I should have known. Of course, a hive this old would be building honey into the next bay over. I just saw bees coming out of that hole. Got my flashlight, saw honey. There's even honeycomb past that joist. Right there, drilled a hole in there. I checked right there for honey, didn't hit any, but then I saw bees coming out of that hole, and wouldn't you know it, there's honeycomb there too. 3 bays.
Wait, so there's like bees in the floor?
The customer was just saying, oh, it can't be more than a year old. I'm gonna have to disagree on that. So, I guess I have to clear out even more stuff. Yay!
Wait, why are the ones clearing it out? Shouldn't like the people who in the house maybe be the ones clearing it out a bit?
Let's open this spot first.
This is like a nightmare.
I just leaned on it and it popped. Okay, opening this spot because it's a separate board, and I like starting off with the small bits first. Oh yeah, look at that. There's even bees here.
Oh.
Not just honey. This hive is going to be massive. Huge amount of bees. Here we go. It's time for the big reveal. This is all one big section I'm going to be pulling up. It's going to be crazy. I got to carry it outside, but we'll see what happens. This thing is glued down because it's been here for so long. The bees glued it shut.
Kind of scared. Also, it is a little quiet. I'll turn it up a bit.
Alright, move, babies. This is a big one. Here we go. Hold on to your butts. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Massive. Oh,
It's crazy that it's dripping.
let's see if I can carry this outside. It looks very heavy. Oh my gosh!
Oh, I hate the sound! Oh.
Oh, golly. Okay, guys.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate the buzzing.
Look at this. That was not graceful.
It's like nightmare
Not graceful at all.
fuel.
Okay, I said the queen would be over here. Is she there? She's here. Just gotta get these guys. Calm down. That was heavy. That weighed a lot. Okay.
I don't mind if the bees have this place. Just let me stay as far away from here as possible.
Big old beehive here. So that was the 3rd bay. You can see it's a different section altogether. And do we see the queen yet? No. Okay. Enough talking. Start stalking. Okay, let's take a look in here. Not a lot of comb fell down, so that's good. That's always
There's
nice.
so many.
Sometimes full sheets fall down. Keep your eyes peeled. Maybe she's here. That'd be amazing.
There's like a
to find her
billion bees.
within
I hate
the
that.
first couple minutes. Let's get lucky. Oh, Queenie, you here? Ollie, I'll come free. Okay, I've got a box set up here.
I hate it.
Gonna
I
let
hate
them
it.
Maybe go in there. They started to go in there. So we'll leave that one there while
Listen,
our work on
I
this one.
respect bees. I run away from bees. I'm allergic to bees, so bees are terrifying.
Okay guys, halfway through with removing all the comb off that board. Box number 2 is full. Box number 1 is in there. They look like they're kind of all over the place. But I'm gonna check one time, see if the queen's in here, and then I'll keep going. I think she's probably still here.
A few moments later.
On the very next sheet of comb that I pulled, I gave it a shake into there. I wanted one last scoop of bees into the box, and I saw the queen land in the box. Then really quickly I had to grab her, scoop her up, and then put her on the board here so it would be a lot easier for you to see. Big
I mean, it's
Mama!
kind of cute the way she's like patting their heads and stuff, but it's still slightly terrifying.
Are you a little confused as to how you got here? Oh, don't go in the honey. No, 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 no. Stay away. It's too sticky for you, baby.
Aww.
Right, let's get her in a cage and get her in a box.
That's the worst part. Bees are like, it's not like they're like ugly or like scary looking. Like they're kind of cute, but they're terrifying. I don't hate bees. Well, like I hate bees. I hate being around bees, but like completely understand the necessity of bees. Also, thank you for the follow, Salmon. Mosquitoes are not necessary for the ecosystem. Are they not? I hate mosquitoes. I don't know.
I think this might be the biggest colony of the year so far. We've got box number 1, box number 2, and box number 3. That's the one that has the queen in it. Bees have been just filling up the box, and they're still going. Look at them all, still walking in the box.
There's so many though.
For sure going to be a quadruple boxer. Woo! That is a lot. Granted, Home Depot did shrink the size of their small boxes. Shrinkflation! Yay! Let's take a look around the outside. Let's check the entrance of the hive. See how many are out here. Oh yeah. See, still got all that?
Oh my god.
Still have these bees to collect. So
reminds me of a time a bee walked. That's right. Walked into my house and I had to feed it sugar water till it was able to fly off. Probably would have stayed on my hand if I didn't take it outside
you
and make it
guys.
fly. Miss the little guy?
Alright, you guys. You're making me do it. No more evil for you guys. I told you guys. I told you. You should be able to figure it out on your own. You know?
Gosh, guys, I just picked up this box. It's so heavy. This is the one with the queen in it. So many.
That poor
bees
guy
in
just
this
got
one.
like
It's too full.
out of the
Got
way.
box number 4 right there, and a queen cage is right there. Gotta get something.
What's that orange thing?
I'll lift it with.
I hate that!
Take this, twist it out, put it in the other box. Queen's still in there.
Oh, it's a little cage.
Okay, let's put a couple scoops into this box so that there's
It's
plenty of
always
bees
so
and
weird to see
pheromones.
people take handfuls
I'll
of
close
bees.
this one up and call it good.
What's in the box?
That one's
Death.
collecting, and of course
Just
we still
death.
got that one over there. We got box number 4 set up with the queen in it, but as you can see, I don't know, maybe this is a 5-boxer. Oh my gosh. We got a lot of worker bees coming back from work because the sun's starting to get a little low. So we'll see if I can
There's
finish
so
this one
many.
in time.
Oh, wait. Alright.
This is box number 4. It is full. I just surgically removed the queen. Oh my goodness, I
There you
can't
go.
believe this. Look at how many bees are still here. Oh my gosh.
How long would
Guys,
they have like had to
I
have been there for there to be
legitimately
that many?
can't remember the last time I had a 5-boxer. This is a 5-boxer for sure. Please tell me 6. So I'm gonna go grab box number 5. Starting to run out of materials. I think I got enough though.
No, I wonder if like he ever ends up like with like stray
Let's get it.
bees in his car or something when he leaves. Like surely they can't contain them all, right? What? No, not a snack! Oh, I hate that. Ah.
Guys, this sun is about to go down any second now. And look what I'm dealing with. Look at it.
I think I would die if I ate a bee.
I've got box number
Like,
5.
actually.
I still have all these bees on the outside. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, let's collect them.
It takes not too long depending on how long there's an open for them. That's true.
Okay, guys.
Bees are full of protein. No, I would die. I would die. I would
To
die.
get the last bees in the box, I actually have to turn off this light. Can you believe this? It was close to 100,000 bees. I can't remember the last time I had one that big. It's been a long time. Hope you enjoyed watching.
You know,
Don't
when he says
forget to
100,000
like
bees, the only thing I think of
subscribe,
is like that he counted them
comment
each
down
by
below.
hand.
All the things that help us out. See you on the next one.
Ugh. I'm gonna have to skip the embeds.
So he's like a Chad dragon. Yeah, Chad. Oh, he's not a bad dragon.
Oh my god.
No, why would he be bad? I don't know. Well, Sebastian Cervezing, if it's 130, if your dragon is real, why do I not see it in the bad dragon catalog? Because he's not bad.
Oh my god.
What? In the bad dragon catalog? What is bad dragon catalog? Look it up. It's unironically, it's like a list of like every dragon that has ever appeared in media as like a villain.
No.
Okay, hold on one sec.
Oh no.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my god.
You know, why do you know this? Why do you know this?
Oh my god.
This is so fucking bad. You're right, it's bad dragon.
Oh my god.
You're such a fucking asshole. That's so nasty.
Oh my god.
You're fucking disgusting. Oh my
Is
god,
it
you're
really
so
disgusting?
Pippa, that's literally so fucking nasty. What the hell?
It's not that nasty, is it?
Why do they look like that?
Why are they looking this crazy?
You're so fucking gross. You're so fucking gross. You're so gross. I'm blaming it on you. I'm blaming it on you. It wasn't me. You're the fucking worst. It wasn't me. But you're the one who said it. But no, I listen, Lisa. I genuinely thought it was like a catalog. I was just bullshitting. Pinky
Oh my god.
Pinky You're a fibber. You're a fibber.
Oh my god.
You're so fucked up. You're so fucked up. It was for the meme, Lisa. It was for the meme. I'm gonna fight you. Oh, okay. Fight me on Minecraft. I'll fight you another time. Okay. I'm suddenly out of energy for today. I can't fight right now. Especially not in Minecraft. Understandable. Yeah. Coward. Okay, bitch. Get
That's crazy.
Minecraft right now. Oh, okay. Okay, let's do I'm getting on Minecraft right now. Alrighty. Touch these fucking hands. I'm getting on right now. Alright. This is what you get for showing me the bad dragons. This is so fucking disgusting.
Is it really that bad?
They have like all kinds of stuff on there. I don't want to look. I'm you know what? Have you never considered Have you never considered a horse penis as a masturbatory aid? Pippa! Shut the fuck up! Oh my god! Don't fancy yourself a horse, girl.
Oh my god!
They might have sheep. Pippa.
That's crazy.
You're off the goop today, huh?
I mean, the bad dragons aren't that close, right? Right. Look, if she found the strange animals, is why, I mean, even then, not to happen. Maybe I'm just desensitized.
Hey kids, if you see
What
a
is
cop,
this?
just remember your daddy pays a lot in tax, so that cop is your property, and that includes their gun. Check their
That's
heat,
crazy.
there's a gun in there. Grab the grip, because it's fun to share. Cause if you pay taxes, then you own that gun, and it's time to have some fun.
That's crazy.
Reach for a cop's gun. Reach for a cop's gun. Cops are our friends and they wanna have fun. So grab that gun and run. Reach for a cop's gun.
Where did you find this, Chris?
Reach for a cop's gun. Cops are our friends and they wanna have fun.
Also, why is it like 480p?
And run. Reach for a cop's gun.
His father looks like a criminal because he's an orange though.
Cops are our friends and they wanna have fun. So grab that gun and run. Reach for a cop's gun.
How long is this? Oh my god.
Reach for a cop's gun. Cops are our friends and they wanna have fun.
Is it like the cops supposed to be singing along?
Remember, kids, it's always fine to take a cop's gun. They don't mind if they pretend to get mad. They are just playing around. They're here to serve us. After all, you can do what you want to them.
That's wild. I don't even for your baby. Oh. What is this madness? I don't know. What? No, sorry, it wasn't even 40p. It was only 240p. That was the highest quality. Oh no. What are these videos? You know, I prefer when we were watching food videos.
I know I shouldn't, but these muffins are delicious.
And we'll share our favorite recipes later in the hour, but first our...
I didn't know the Onion had a YouTube channel. This video is also 11 years old. Okay, I mean it's 11 years old, so like I'm really out of the loop not knowing that they had a YouTube channel. But like, I didn't know that Onion had a YouTube channel.
Our guest says, don't give in to road rage. Stay calm behind the wheel and coolly plot your road revenge. Danny Preston is a defensive driving instructor who teaches people how to control their temper behind the wheel. Welcome, Danny.
Well, thanks for having me.
Danny, we've all been there. There's nothing I hate more than getting cut off.
That drives me nuts. I want to scream out my window.
But ultimately, getting into an argument with a stranger isn't going to accomplish anything but stress you out.
Well, how should you respond instead?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, count to 10, then follow the other driver home.
Well, you don't want to get into a fight on the highway.
Right. Once you know where he lives, you could sneak into his house every couple weeks, rearrange a bunch of things. Something that says, you're out there and you're unpredictable.
Sounds like that's safer than losing your temper.
Anger's just one letter away from danger.
Ooh.
That's crazy. You want to stay zen, keep your mind clear, and put a plan in place that will ruin the other driver's chance at a happy future.
Now, you also talk a lot about empathy, putting yourself in the other driver's shoes.
Exactly, Jim. Just last week, I was waiting for a stoplight to change when some angry driver behind me was leaning on the horn.
I hate that.
But then I remembered, he's human, just like me. He has a family that loves him.
Oh, no.
That's an exploitable weakness.
Oh,
I started
no.
sending him videotapes, hours-long videotapes filmed outside his parents' home. Now, he's frantic and confused, but I always say you can't give angry drivers the satisfaction of knowing why Their parents are being filmed, which is why I call him every night from a payphone and just recite a series of cryptic numbers that don't mean anything.
Calm, cool, collected. I love it.
Well, getting cut off is one thing, but how do you possibly stay calm during a fender bender that wasn't your fault?
Oh boy, I need this one.
Of course, it's hard to keep a cool head in that situation. You'll feel the urge to slam into the jerk's car right where you see the baby seat. But you don't want to do anything that could get somebody hurt on the road. Instead, you should murder the person's next door neighbor. But when he moves someplace safer, you follow him and you kill his next door neighbor again. And again. Now he can't escape death and he has no idea who you even are.
Oh, that is a great driving tip.
Now, something a lot of people want to know. What if someone's getting angry about your driving?
You can't let it get to you. For example, in 1996, some guy gave me the middle finger after I cut him off. I recognized him from TV. That's when I decided to become a defensive driving instructor, developing the skills I needed to eventually be invited on his show as an expert. Now, once you're there, it's just a simple matter of switching out his muffins with the ones you made yourself. Those muffins were pretty good, weren't they, Jim?
That is crazy.
What? I don't know.
Thank you so much for sharing your tips, Danny.
Danny is not my true name.
The plot twist at the end? What was in the muffins? What? Did you be calm and you can clearly see the other person is panicking in an accident? Oh, wait, that's kind of sad. Oh, I will hydrate, thank you. Laxatives? Honestly, probably. Bees? No. Too obvious. Oh, God.
I'm sick as hell.
Hold on.
Hell, but you know what else is sick? German accent in Japanese.
Oh, yeah, 今日はすごく病気なんだよ。もう昨日中華料理食べたのに、今日は何食べようかな。Oh, yeah. Frankfurter お願いします。
I'm sick as hell. But you know what else is sick? German accent in Japanese.
I gotta hear it again.
今日はすごく病気なんだよ。
I didn't understand this to someone. Hold on.
今日は何食べようかな。Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Frankfurter お願いします。I'm sick as hell. But you know what else
There
is
we
sick?
go.
German accent in Japanese.
Alright. It reminds me of the girl with like the southern accent in Japanese, like onegai shimasu. I don't think I could do it that well, but like she's like on the phone, she has like a cowboy hat on. I don't know what they're actually called. They're just cowboy hat. Oh. What is this? I love like hearing accents in other languages too.
I've had a sense that lots of restaurants are starting to taste the same. And maybe you too have had a sense that something is amiss. So I wanted to test a hypothesis with my coworkers that you can be served the same exact food. Can I just get the jalapeno poppers? From totally different restaurants. The fried pickles. Can I get the fried pickles? But made in the same factory, whether you wanted it or not. Can I get the funnel cake fries? Here's the question behind this test. Are we trapped into eating the same mediocre food from New York to Alaska? And if so, why?
12 minutes.
Who's behind it? All right, moment of truth. That's the mystery we're going to unpack today.
Why is he holding food while he's recording that?
First, I went to Harlan, Iowa, woke up at 5 a.m. to talk to a restaurant owner about how they get their food.
I'm Ellen Walsh-Roseman, and I own Milk and Honey.
The thing is, Ellen's restaurant does it differently than most restaurants in 2025. She showed me how she makes something from scratch for French toast. She uses a distributor to get most base ingredients, the milk from a local dairy and the eggs from a local farm, Ellen's. The bread is brioche that the restaurant makes from scratch. From there, the brioche gets baked, cut, dipped in homemade custard, griddled, and served to you, the customer. Or, luckily enough, me. It's very good. It's not just the French toast. Ellen tries to work with as many local producers as possible.
This is our country skillet, and this is the local sourdough bread from a bakery in Omaha.
But For many restaurants, sourcing local ingredients like this is getting harder and harder. Ellen's distributor is regional and employee-owned. But if you're a restaurant owner, especially in a rural area, you might just have 1 or 2 distributors to choose from. There's a good chance one of them is a company called Sysco. And they are suspect number 1 for my deep fried mystery. To hash out that suspicion, I spoke to Austin Frerick, author of the book Barons, who explained the profound way Sysco is shaping the way we eat out.
The innovation of Sysco was that it was the first national company to essentially offer everything a restaurant needs.
Back in the day, someone like Ellen might have one distributor for butter and another for eggs. But Sysco is what's called a broadliner, supplying
everything from paper products to meat and produce.
Sysco was a merger of 9 different wholesale restaurant distributors with kind of the explicit goal of making a national player.
That was in 1969. Fast forward to today, and Sysco has grown so much that it really only has 2 other competitors in the national space. Among them, Sysco is the largest, and even a decade ago, controlled an estimated 35% of the market. And this year, their gross profit hit $15 billion.
Oh my God.
The scary thing about Sysco was it didn't become this giant through organic growth, but instead it became a giant through relentless acquisitions.
Track down the company ruining restaurants.
They acquired over 150 companies to become really one of the only national broadline distributors.
It's a cheese, yeah.
And this growth, I learned, is deeply changing the way we eat, from farm to table.
After this, I gotta show you guys the video I sent to Cheat.
Ellen tries to work with as many local producers as possible, even when it's more expensive. Sysco, on the other hand, operates with the biggest producers at massive scales to eke out savings. Producers that often have some of the most exploitative production models.
Cute though.
Sysco gets their berries from companies like Driscoll.
Driscoll's basically took the Nike sweatshop model and applied it to berry production.
And chicken from companies like Tyson.
Tyson's applied a sharecropping model to meat production.
If you used a national distributor, could you get the Omaha sourdough? Could you get, no? And why is that?
So a lot of local distributors or local producers are not able to tap into regional distribution. The volume and production quantities is too high.
Sysco scours the globe for a good deal, and there's reason to be concerned about how they're getting some of those deals.
Seafood is the best example of this. Many providers to Sysco have been accused of engaging in slave labor.
Yeah, I didn't know about that shit.
Forced Uyghur and North Korean labor in China.
Basically, any dark part of the food system has moved offshore, which makes policing it really, really hard to do.
But Sysco doesn't just source shrimp and strawberries. They have their own line of mass-manufactured frozen foods. Everything from sourdough and brioche to, as I learned from researching this, jalapeno poppers, other fried appetizers, and desserts. Frozen food, it turns out, isn't just a facet of the Sysco business model, it drives it.
I don't think Americans appreciate that frozen food allows these long exploitative supply chains.
In the early 2000s, Sysco was buying jalapeno poppers assembled in Mexico for well below minimum wage and shipped frozen all over the country.
It allows a race to the bottom in terms of labor standards and pay.
So the food we ordered could have come to a distribution center like this, frozen, shipped to restaurants across the country, then dumped into a fryer.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to eat it frozen.
The truckers driving those shipments, they're also getting squeezed by Sysco.
Sysco's continuously lobbying year after year to deregulate the trucking industry. And what we've seen since the 1980s is trucking wages are down nearly 40%.
After the food is unloaded off of trucks, it gets cooked up and put on your plate. And Sysco's dominance means the food on that plate is increasingly the same and increasingly worse.
Do you think regional variety is disappearing?
Yeah, I would say so.
You've probably had a Sysco meal without even realizing it. They offer everything from these sad bread rolls to Wagyu beef burger patties. If you've ever spent time in a hospital or a prison, you might have had a meal off
If you've ever spent time in a prison.
If you pay attention, they're everywhere. And so it's getting harder and harder to avoid getting the exact same frozen meal at your local diner or brewery. It probably won't taste that great either.
If you were to buy pre-made brioche from one of the big national distributors,
They probably will try to keep things cheap, so like they're probably not going to use butter.
so they'll use
Wait,
like
that's
a
crazy.
canola oil
Sure,
or
yeah, shortening or
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then like their sugar might be like processed sugar, like a high fructose corn syrup kind of thing.
Austin found a story of a Pennsylvania diner whose burgers weren't frying the same on the grill. When the owner investigated, he realized the patties now contained soy protein filler. Sysco and their competitors are flooding restaurants with ultra-processed food like this. Now, you might expect that with a deep-fried cheddar jalapeno popper, but maybe less so with something like bread.
The irony is, you could be a
Also,
diner
food
in a small
sucks.
town in Iowa,
Well, it's supposed to be,
surrounded
like,
by
kind
some
of
of the world's best
bland and
farmland,
easily
and yet nothing
palatable.
on the menu is coming from around you. It's low-quality products produced by people being exploited outside the national borders.
The system isn't exactly working out for restaurant owners or local distributors either. With the competition bought out, Sysco has more leverage to arbitrarily raise prices. During COVID, for instance, they used their market power to pass on inflation to their customers and increase their earnings by 159%.
Oh my god.
Sysco CEO even said on an earnings call that they had no intention of competing on price.
That kind of doesn't look
Smaller
real.
restaurants have almost no negotiating power with Sysco. And so if you are in a rural area where there, aren't any other distributors, then restaurants really don't have many options at all. As we've lost some of that regional wholesale infrastructure, we also see the loss of local businesses, local farms, and a regional food system.
In general, restaurant owners have little recourse when Sysco screws them over. Complaints are rampant about late deliveries, crushed eggs below stacks of boxes, even swapping ingredients without informing restaurants. As the industry continues to consolidate, these issues will only get worse. Sysco already tried to buy their largest competitor, US Foods, but was shut down by the FTC. Now, Sysco's two largest competitors are signaling they might try to merge. In an environment where the biggest companies aggressively push out competition, it makes sense. It also means restaurants will have even less choice than they already do, and farmers will have less bargaining power when selling their food.
The most aggressive, gold standard thing that an antitrust enforcer could do would be to look at some of these deals and say, maybe we went too far. Like maybe we let Sysco acquire too many companies and we should unwind some of those and break up Sysco. That's something that we've seen antitrust enforcers take on with past deals like Ticketmaster.
The FTC could also block future acquisitions, and states and federal regulators could
You gonna open a
scrutinize
Milk Burger
discount
chain?
programs that people like Claire
That
and
would be
Austin
nice.
suspect Sysco is using to drive
I
out
or like a
competition.
Milk Bakery chain.
What about my mission to get the same food in entirely different states? We ordered a mix of jalapeno poppers, fried pickles, and funnel cake fries in Nebraska, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and in Alaska. All right, moment of truth. Jalapeno popper. Never been to this restaurant, never been to the city, but it just tastes like something I've had 100 times. In Omaha, I'm pretty sure I got the Sysco brand jalapeno popper, though, to be fair, their main competitor sells almost the same thing. The one that I got in Brooklyn was clearly different than that one and was a little bit better. Here in New Jersey, I ordered funnel cake fries. They seem exactly the same as the ones I got in Omaha. A fellow producer also ordered them in Philadelphia and another in Anchorage. They look pretty similar. I also ordered some fried pickles, which is what my fellow producer ordered in Philly. They're clearly different. One is chips, one is spears, but there's a chance that I got these Sysco pickle spears. Don't get me wrong. You've probably had a frozen Sysco meal and thought
It's only far
it
too
was
much bread.
totally
Yeah.
fine. But the point is, in this giant food system, something is being lost. Regional variety, local jobs, local businesses, and just having a unique meal, a meal that's different. We are always interested in
it's time for
stories
me to
about
show
how
you guys the video I
corporations are
showed Chi.
changing the world around us. If you have the inside scoop on any part of the food industry, drop us a line at stories@.
Here you go, you guys.
The view is gorgeous!
I gotta turn this down.
Hello? What?
Sorry, is it better now?
Beautiful.
Is that the other side?
We have to stay.
Actually, wait, this side is better.
Let's go, guys. Well, it's not like I like YN or anything.
Oh.
You're still pretty cute. So I guess...
Oh my god! YN's gonna hit the ground! Let's go, guys! YN! I'm gonna save you, YN! I'm gonna save you, YN! I love you so much, YN! I'm on my way!
I honestly,
We're gonna catch you!
Thank you for saving me, you guys!
Of course! We all love you, YN!
And here's all the
yeah. It was just like art fight post I saw. It was crazy. I was like, what is this? It was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's also really funny. Oh. I love You Suck at Cooking. I used to watch You Suck at Cooking all the time when I was in college.
You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck. Instant ramen noodles were invented by Momofuku Ando in 1958 in his shed. Since
this was too
then,
large roster for
dozens of
screen.
packets of instant
That's okay.
ramen have been consumed every year throughout the world. For this modded ramen, we're gonna start by adding an egg to already gently boiling water. Some people think boiling water will cause the egg to crack, but that actually only happens if the water is overly angry. Boil the egg for 6 minutes, then put it inside an ice bath to increase the egg's endorphins. Then, after 10 to 15 minutes, we'll use the power of kinetic vibration to loosen the shell and peel it off. We're boiling water and we only want to cook these nudes for around a minute, then we can drain them and let them sit there and think about what they've done. Don't let the egg see how hot the noodles are, or it might get jealous. In a saucepan, we're gonna add some butter, some milk, and the seasoning pack. Make sure you don't accidentally have your heat turned up to 11. Medium-low is good. Then the nudes can go in there and soak up that sauce while it thickens like a stringy edible sponge. And you know what they say, when the sauce starts to thicken in, it's time to get interested in possibly eating it because it's ready to eat. Then we're gonna add the nudes to our bowl and top with a slice of extremely melty cheese. Then we'll fold the nudes over to create a cheese furnace so that it melts and becomes part of the sauce. We'll throw on a drizzle of chili oil, a smattering of scallions, then the egg can go on top. And I also modified this bowl so that you can more easily manage your utensils by sticking them to the side with the power of magnets, even though nobody knows how they work and whether or not they're bad for your skin. And if you have trouble gripping an egg with chopsticks, I modified these ones to more easily pick up the egg, and also to more easily add injuries to the lips and or mouth region of the face. Ow, that's so good. Here's a couple simple things you can add to almost any ramen to make it way better. The first is sesame oil, made from sesame seeds, which come from the sesame tree. The next is chili crisp, which comes from the Chilequiles region of Guizhou province in China. And if you are not on the chili crisp train yet, I highly suggest you get chugging. And the next is crispy shallots, which are made from soggy shallots, which we'll slice very thinly, then sprinkle on some salt. Then after a few minutes, remove the excess moisture. Then we're putting them in this peanut oil, which is on medium-low. And we'll cook them until all of that moisture bubbles away. Once they stop bubbling, they're done and you can dry them out. Then the real challenge is not immediately stuffing them all into your face. For this next recipe, I'm gonna chop up some ginger and some scallions, then get those into a pan with some neutral oil. If you have a serious scallion problem, you can chop up a concerning amount of scallions, then put them in an airtight container in your molecule slower downer. That way you can add them to your ramen, your toast, your ice cream, or your whisk anytime you're having a scallion attack. We'll saute the ginger and these scallions for a couple minutes on medium heat. And make sure you don't accidentally add rapscallions because they always ruin the vibe. Now we'll add some sesame oil and around 1/3 of the flavoring pack so that it doesn't eclipse the ginger scallion sesame sauce. We'll cook the noodles for a minute and then drain them and throw them in the pan. Now add them to a bowl and then realize the bowl is too big and move them to a different bowl with all of that oily sauce, which is going to lubricate your entire body. Then hit that with some chili crisp and and some crispy shallots, and we're talking about a multi-dimensional flavor experience you might
sounds
not
I don't think I
ever
want to
fully
in on ice
recover
cream.
from,
Yeah.
so be careful. This is also a great ramen to use my patent-pending precision chopsticks, so that you can enjoy a bite of scallion, chili crisp, crispy shallot, or an individual noodle at a slow and relaxing pace.
I feel like Zero would
you
need
can
that.
use my 90-degree chopsticks if you prefer to eat the entire bowl in one bite. If you're concerned about how many calories there are in ramen, simply eat it with drumsticks, which makes the portion look smaller and tricks your brain into processing fewer calories. I'm so clumsy. This last ramen has very simple mods that involve cooking the noodles, draining off most but not all of the water,
need the
crack an
precision
egg straight in there,
chopsticks.
then wang
So
jangle
you can
it,
eat
add in
slowly.
some butter and wang jangle that, and then add the seasoning pack and some garlic powder, and finally do some wang jangling. We'll sprinkle some scallions on top of that.
completely forgot
And
about
if you
the
have a
wang
hard time
jangling.
lifting as many noodles as you want, you could try my fork chops, which have heavy-duty noodle lifting power. But if the long prongs
hate
scare
that.
you, then you can try my miniature spork chops instead, which have moderate but reliable noodle clampability. And if you find the noodles are just too long and heavy, I modified these chopsticks to allow you to cut the noodles down into smaller bites. I call them chopsticks. If you enjoy slurping your noodles but leaning down to the bowl makes you feel like a beta, I invented this ramen lift to help adjust the height of the bowl to perfect slurping altitude. You can also control the angle of the bowl to easily access any specific noodle. This is powered by an
I feel so
18
scared it's gonna
gigahertz
fall
4-train
over.
induction motor with fly train suspension and Triforce thrusters, and definitely
Triforce
isn't just my
thrusters?
friend moving a pole up and down, because Devin isn't my friend. Whoa, how did America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service Factor get in my house with their nutritious,
Oh my
flavorful
God.
meals that are chef
What is this? This
prepared?
is you
Looks
suck
like
at
I'm skipping the
cooking.
meal prepping, the planning,
It's a
the
classic
grocery shopping,
channel.
the chopping, the cleaning, the arguments with Devin, and I'm gonna have fresh, never frozen meals that are ready to eat in just a couple minutes. I'm not actually in the microwave while it's running, I'm just doing that with my hand. Also, you can plate it, then give it to someone and be like, oh, I just made you this delicious meal from scratch.
I used to
hope you enjoy
like
it.
when I was in
I'm a liar."
college
The
and having
holidays
lunch
are
and stuff. I would
super
watch you suck
busy,
at
so you can
cooking.
save time with Factor's nutritious
Ooh, great.
options, including their smoothies and juices. Factor is now owned by HelloFresh, which I like when I want to cook, but Factor's great when I want to do as close to literally nothing as possible, which is most of the time. I am lazy. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code YouSuck50 to get 50% off your first Factor box.
50 what?
That's factor75.com or click the link below and use code YouSuck50 to get 50% off your first Factor box.
Oh man, I haven't seen you suck at cooking forever. What's the next video we have?
I'm sleep deprived and I'm always in pain. How will I ever learn to be sane? Are you for real? Where's the Advil? Goodness gracious, I need a nap.
It's me! Goodness gracious, I need a nap.
Sleep deprived and I'm always in pain. How will I ever learn to be sane? Are you for real?
I don't know. I don't know what the original song is parodying is though.
I need a nap.
Oh my god. What is
So
this?
you guys sent me a recipe for sweet potato brownies. Baby, you know me
Potato?
so well. Let's get started. So there's no real directions on here. I'm going to just apply everything into a pot. We're going to mix it up and we're going to put it in a pan and we're going to hope for the best. I mean, hope for the best. So you get 1 cup
I
of
do hope
cooked
for the
sweet potatoes.
breast.
Ooh, 2 eggs, 1 cup of almond butter, 2/3 of a
I
cup
remember
of
what I was
maple
gonna say
syrup.
there.
Add the tree blood. Oh, vanilla essence. I got vanilla extract. I'm not a witch.
What is tree
2/3 of a
blood?
cup of cocoa powder. I got the Garinadelli. How do you pronounce that? The fancy stuff. Only the best for my colon. Look, someone's gonna be mad that I didn't like level that off. Someone's gonna be all up in my cheeks for that. Come get these chicks if you want them. That's a lie. Don't. Stay
That's
away from me.
crazy.
A half a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, half a teaspoon. A teaspoon of salt. Salt in. It says optional. Some cinnamon, chocolate chips, and walnuts. I'm not doing any nuts today, but I do have this 72% 100% cacao dark chocolate. Since it's supposed to be healthy, I figured let's do the less sweet chocolate chips, right? I'm just gonna add a few, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't judge me. And we're gonna just mix this up because there's no directions on here. We're going to pray for the best. Just get everything incorporated, I assume. No flour, just peanut butter, whatever is going to help set it up. We learn a little bit more every day at Big Back University. Big Back University, get diabetes. All right, so this is our batter, and the general consensus is to just lightly oil the baking sheet. So that's what we're gonna go with. Just gonna slather that on there. And we're just going to plop that in there, just like that. You smell the almond butter just getting all mingly with the cocoa. You smell the egg. No, you don't smell any damn egg. You believe me too, didn't you? The batter does not taste amazing. All right, gonna be up front with you right there. Okay, so in a 350-degree oven for 23 to 28 minutes. I'm gonna shoot for 25. I feel like this might need some help, so I'll be back. So this is our finished product. Now, looks can be deceiving because it does not look like the sum of its parts. But when you know there's maple syrup, sweet potatoes, I'm afraid. I'm very scared. Just cut us a little corner. I let it rest for roughly about 20 minutes. I mean, it looks like a brownie. It's not the cleanest cut, but it looks like a brownie, don't it? All right, let's see. Hold on. That's a f***ing brownie. I mean, it's a very loose booty, but maybe I just need to let it sit for a little longer, but this is indistinguishable from a real brownie. You don't really get the almond butter. You don't really get the sweet potatoes. It's just a brownie. A damn good brownie. Chocolate chips add that moisture. It's fudgy. On the after note, you do get that almond butter because it adds a bit of like warmth and depth to it. Yes. And again, we ain't gonna bullshit and say this is a healthier one, but it's more nutritionally dense. Get some fiber in there, some protein in there. Pass. This is a pass. And the only thing, it's just so loose booty. And I let it sit for so long. I don't know, but it is quittable. All right, try this.
Only a B+. I don't think it's gonna be a lot better. But I remember what I was gonna say there. During the ramen video, right? The instant ramen video. The other day I made some like instant noodles, right? But it was like not instant noodles, but it was like dried noodle pucks, you know. Didn't come with the sauce, right? So I made a peanut sauce, and it was really good. Let me see. Did I might not have watched it. I was asleep when you sent that. Ooh. This might be the last one.
For more than half a century, Japanese horse racing has lived through the epic and the sorrow. The pursuit of the arc is both. You might be wondering, how is it both? After all this decade, Japan has never won the arc. Even people who don't watch horse racing know it is a curse for Japan. But under the relentless challenge lies a series of bittersweet, complicated stories. As this year's arc approaches, let us unveil the half-century struggle of Japan's challenge. A history of heartbreaks and destiny. A dream so conflicted that perhaps not even Japan truly understands it. In 1969, Speed simply stepped onto the stage of the arc and finished 11th, and in the next 29 years, only Meijiro Musashi and Sirius simply had tried. Their goal was not necessarily to win. Back in Japan, the sport was still learning to stand. These challengers were pioneers, proof that Japan wanted to connect with the world. And in 1981, their first international race, Japan Cup, was created with the intention of testing itself against the world. But just like the challenge toward the arc, Japanese horses were utterly outclassed. Not even that, the winner of the first JC was an American horse no one had even heard of, but won it with the record-breaking fashion. So racing in Japan was clearly still in preparation, and the arc was a distant star on the horizon. Until 1999, with the rise of El Kondo Pasa, Japan's challenge to the arc finally took its first true form. The 1990s was the biggest generational shift the sport had ever seen, with Ugly Cap igniting a national racing fever. Waves of star horses made Japanese racing enter its golden era The Arimakine became a cultural spectacle, drawing the largest betting pools anywhere in the world. Therefore, by the end of the decade, the golden generation arrived, and in the heart of this generation, El Condor Pasa stormed the Japan Cup with the largest winning margin at the time and decided to compete in Europe the following year. To Europe, it was truly shocking for them. They never imagined a horse from Japan would come here, compete, and just destroy horses that they thought were good. And they say that before the arc, the jockey of speed simply came to Paris and told El Condor Pasa's team, "I have to come here because I never thought I would live to see Japan come into the arc as a favorite, and I am moved beyond words." The story, the hype, everything made Japan decide to broadcast the arc live for the first time. So when the gate opened, El Condor Pasa leapt to the front. The 1999 arc was stacked with legends. Daylami, fantastic like Greek dance, many have made their name into the racing history. Yet down to the final straight, El Condor Pasa was able to lengthen his lead. Only in the final meters did the French champion Monju cash in. Japan finished second. 2 years ago, had anyone suggested a Japanese horse could conquer the arc, the idea would have been laughed away. But the truth is right there. And it was this moment, this very moment, the dream was etched into the very soul of Japanese racing. Afterwards, Japan's passion for expanding toward international racing grew dramatically. Just 3 years later, Manhattan Cafe was sent and finished 13th. The following year, Tap Dance City finished 17th. And in 2005, the vibrant sport witnessed deep impact.
I've heard about
How
Deep
do I
Impact a lot.
describe Deep Impact? The hero of Japan, the Triple Crown winner, the horse whose odds never once drifted higher than 1.3. The horse redefined what Japanese racing would be. Before Deep Impact, Japanese racing often felt like an imitation of Europe or America, but with him, Japan found its true identity. And after achieving every honor he could, Deep Impact, carrying the dream of an entire nation, came to challenge the arc. The word challenge did not feel right. The 2006 arc was not stacked with invincible champions. The ground was firm and perfect for high-speed runners. Japan was certain they were going to win. Deep Impact's odds was driven to 1.0 for a long time in Japan. Even at midnight, the broadcast still had millions tuned in, but the 2006 arc surprised everyone in a way no one expected. Deep Impact was not able to handle the unique demand of Longchamp and only finished third. And days later, his drug test returned positive, although not considered as intentional cheating. His finish still needs to be stripped. What was supposed to be Japan's crowning moment became its greatest humiliation. It was this very moment the dream turned into a curse. Imagine if your champion, representing your country, sent to conquer the world stage and return with such a scandal. Do you give up or do you become more determined? The answer is obvious. In 2008, the double crown winner, Meisho Samsung, competed, finished only 10th. Although all these challengers were the very elite, their result was mostly disappointing. By the 21st century, Japanese racing had fully embraced the path of quick, high-speed racing with a very fast pace. It worked spectacularly at Hong Kong. In Dubai, the Japan Cup, once dominated by outsiders, had become untouchable for outsiders. But such strength does not clash well with Longchamp. However, Japan did not quite realize, in fact, the world had not yet realized this fundamental misalignment. More and more challengers were sent, and so into the 2010s, it entered a short period of Phantom Era, a time when, by all logic, they weren't supposed to succeed. Yet, a few exceptions had pushed this dream into a new height.
外からさばきだ。さあ中山フェスタがワークフォースが外からクリデの馬体が来たぞ。日本のオルフェーブルだ。
Oh, Orfever, I heard of Orfever too. Orfever's really popular, isn't she?
Many people know the story of Japan challenging the arc. This is not new, but numbers never tell a full story. Behind these challenges sometimes lies a series of bittersweet, complicated stories, such as Nakayama Festa. Unlike other horses mentioned, Nakayama Festa is not a superstar. In fact, he was bought at a cheap price by Shinichi Izumi for his beloved daughter Nobuko. As a child of Seigo, training him was a huge struggle. But the owner Nobuko did not seem to care at all. She adored this horse. She would visit him often, feeding him, whispering with him, and felt as if he had a special connection with her. In time, Nakayama Festa began to wait for his human mother by the door, restless until she arrived. However, after a certain period of time, Nakayama Festa's career dropped dramatically. The reason for that is Nobuko stopped visiting him and Nakayama grew even more violent, unable to maintain even the most basic training. If this continued, he might not even be a racehorse anymore. But on the other hand, Nobuko had been diagnosed with late-stage cancer. Aware that her time was near, she chose to travel to her favorite country, France. Soon passed away. Her father, already 83, inherited all her belongings, including Nakayama Festa. Therefore, Nakayama's team decided to contact him about the horse, and after learning the horse would go rage as he missed Nobuko, the old man was moved and told the team, "Can you please have him live happily after, just like how my daughter would want it to be?" From that day forward, he brought other family members to Nakayama. They whispered to him, played with him, treated him like what Nobuko used to do. And Nakayama Festa, looking around at the family member and not seeing Nobuko's face, as if he understood something, started to calm down and train. And it was the only time Nakayama would actually obey his trainer. The trainer later recalled it as such a miracle. And he also felt something, decided to send Nakayama to the Ark. Not for the glory of the nation, but simply wanted to have him run on the soil Nobuko loved so dearly. In 2010, Nakayama shipped to Longchamp alongside Japan's rising star, Victory Pizza. This time, even Japan did not have higher hope on him compared to Victory Pizza. But in the land his owner had dreamed of, Nakayama ran the race that would be written into the history.
中山フェスタがワークフォースが中山フェスタ2番手ワークフォースわずかに先頭ワークフォース先頭中山フェスタ2番手中山フェスタ2番手だ
A year later, past his peak, Nakayama returned and only finished 11th. Yet his Arc Challenge would always be one of the most romantic pages in Japanese racing. But in the same year, another big thing happened in Japan. The biggest earthquake in modern Japan took place. It was one of the biggest natural disasters. If you want to know more about the devastation it caused, you can search it up yourself. But just when the entire nation was mourning in grief, a horse, shining like gold, swept his losing streak, rose to achieve the Triple Crown and Arimakinen, a Grand Slam unseen in the new century that encouraged the entire nation, took this sport into a new height and sparked the renaissance of Japanese horse racing. He is the Golden Tyrant, Orfev. On the track, Orfev is just the biggest athletic freak.
オルフェーブル失速オルフェーブル失速していきますラバのかなり外目を通ってオルフェーブル失速してしかし盛り返そうとしてます
In the Hanshin Daishoten, one of his most famous races, where he gave up 15 lengths on final turn, only to reel them all in with frightening ease. After his sensational classic run, once again Japan put their faith onto their Triple Crown winner. Jumping into conclusion, Orfev is the horse that can win the Arc. When the gate opened, because Orfev was at the most outside gate, he lingered at the very back before unleashing his final sprint. And at the final stretch, he easily passed all other competition. The Arc belonged to Japan. The dream is real. Psych. He decided this is not fun at all, therefore veered inward violently, slammed right into the rail that forced a sudden drop of speed, and at the final meters, millions of Japanese viewers experienced the most up and down emotion within seconds.
The music in the background's crazy though.
This image of both the horse and jockey looking confusingly at the champion also became an all-time classic. The announcer later on said that, "I have casted him when he dropped his jockey off. Twice. I have casted him when he stopped mid-race. I casted him when he decided to not run at all. So before the race, I just knew this son of the state gold was going to do something again." So Japan did what every Japanese company would do. No retirement, you need to overwork.
Oh no!
However, in 2013, an injury resulted in a long-time layoff for him. And when he came back, it was already the arc. And so many things happened within his layoff. Derby champion Kizuna also joined the challenge. Not only was Kizuna a super talented horse, France had also witnessed their super horse this year. This time, Orfev did not choose to linger at the rear and try to aim for a forward position. But by doing that, he was completely boxed in the middle, could not fight his way out. And when he finally found his way out, Trev already started her sprint. If you have watched the 2013 arc, there's not a single second you would doubt Trev could win the arc. Just like her grandfather Mongju, France once again shut down Japan's dream. At the time, Japan was very disappointing. That offers finished second again and Kizuna finished fourth. But all things considered, it really was not that bad, knowing what happened in the future. In 2014, Japan assembled their dream team consisting of Goldship, Justaway, and Hopstar. The first time Japan has sent 3 champions into the arc. However, this era still belonged to Trev. Once again, Trev just brought devastation to Longchamp with another perfect victory, joining the ranks of history as a 2-time arc champion, where Japan's champions did not even finish in the top 5. The Phantom era was filled with heartbreaks, second place after second place. But with El Condo Pasa, Deep Impact and Offerv, Japan had proven beyond doubt that they were a racing powerhouse. International media began to watch them seriously. Global rating climbed, respect followed. When you turned on TV at this time, people would actually take these challenges seriously. People thought that in the foreseeable future, the arc will go to Japan. And so, the Phantom era ended. No one quite realized Japanese racing became too specialized for speed, too finely tuned for that quick, firm turf of home. More horses challenged afterward. Makakiki in 2016, Satono Diamond in 2017. Both were highly anticipated, but along with Clincher in 2018, they all got double digit. By 2019, Japan sent 3 horses, but in the end, most of the challengers were at the bottom. In 2020, Diadre attempted a long-time overseas campaign like El Condo Pasa, but she could do no better than 8th. 2021, the arc was at the 100th anniversary. Japan also sent 2 horses in response, Deep Bound and Chronogenesis, which Chronogenesis is a daughter of an arc winner, but almost like an anime twist. The German horse Torquato Tasso shattered France's fortress in its 100th anniversary as one of the biggest upsets, and Chronogenesis managed to finish 7th, with Deep Bound finished last. In 2022, Japan for the first time sent 4 of the challengers. They were title holders, Dodius, Deep Bound, and Stay Foolish. The expectation was immense, but on the heavy ground of Longchamp, all 4 of them got double digit. Years of disappointment had this dream begin to fade, but just when it was fading, 2023, through 7 seas, the daughter of Dream Journey, a horse that had never won a G1, not even a G2, finished 4th. This pleasant surprise reignited the dream. In 2024, Shin Emperor, owned by the CEO of Side Games, was sent to France. Though he finished 12th, the game's global release was a success. Now in 2025, the challenge continues. This year, Japan sent 3 intriguing runners, which made the already chaotic art this year even more unpredictable. Today, Japan has dominated Hong Kong and Dubai and many other international races. Yet, in France, at Longchamp, their challenge, truth be told, became almost a meme. And still, they always return. Every heartbreak only deepens the legend. Every failure only fuels the next challenger. And through that, international racing becomes more interesting. More people are drawn into the unique culture Japanese racing has developed. Climbing the arc, this long-time dream will never be given up.
Aww.
And one day, a horse will definitely fulfill this destiny.
What the heck was that German horse's name, though? it was something. Well, alright. I'm gonna go back over here. Turn that off. This on. Alright. Hey, we got through some of the IQ. Did we do good today? Let me clean up some of this. I'll pin the one that we'll be starting with next time. See, another half of you. Listen. I'll try to do that more often. Okay, I'll try. Maybe I'll pick a day of the week and we'll always do it on that day of the week. I don't know what day of the week yet. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. It was good. Also made me more hungry. Well, like, it didn't make me hungry at first, but it looked good. But I ate just before stream, so I am like, oh, I'm full. Let's see. Who should we read? If 30 minutes an hour reacts before something else? That's true. Look at her Nally. Nally rated us the other day. Or is Nally ending? Is this a BRB screen or is this a ending stream screen? I'm not sure. I don't know. Make it an evening stream for React? Maybe. Tonight. I don't know if Nally's ending their stream, so wait. Okay, they're not. We shall read Nally. Alright, thank you guys all for coming today. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Oh my god, Nally's model is really nice. Mwah. I hope you guys enjoy Nally's 3D stream. Damn, I want to do a 3D stream. But I will see you guys all, not tomorrow. Well, I'll see you guys later for anime night. But I'll see you next week for more streams. But thank you guys all for coming. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.